Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's WinterhelmGames and we're back with another reaction. I want to try and get a few more reactions done before I get away. I'm away on the New Year, I'm away from New Year's Eve really, and we're flying out New Year's morning towards New York. We'll be there for the first 5-6 days of the year, and then coming back, and then by the time we get back into things, it'll be like 10th or 11th or so of the month. So a few of the reactions may be a bit slower at the start of the month, or mid January or so, but I'll get back into them again. But I want to try and get a few of these done between now, which is like, what are we on, the 20th of December? I'm recording this. Get them up and done for the next couple of weeks if I can. Just before I get everything sorted, before we get all the hectic stuff with Christmas and with work and whatever else I have. So yeah. This one is another one from the Templin Institute. I want to try and do another one or two just ordinary reactions of, again, clips from sci-fi. I'll try and get back into them from and in between, and get the Templin ones in between that as well. Every Thursday, so keep an eye for every Thursday. Again, start of December, January. Might get a couple of ones where I'll try and get them going if I can. But there could be 1 or 2 weeks where there's not much on the channel. I'll try to avoid it, but just in case there is. So anyway, I'll cut through all that. So this one is the Romulan Star Empire, from the Templin Institute, and these are quite good. So it's good to see their perspective on different powers, what's going on, and if they're within Star Trek. So let's get into it. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and the subscription is free. I know people do ask, and people wonder if it is costly. It isn't. The only thing that would cost you money is if you were going to help by following me on, by subscribing to me on Twitch. That is a subscription, but it's free here. So work away and help the algorithm out, and yeah, helps the channel. Thank you very much, and let's get into it.
The Romulan Star Empire is a major interstellar power situated primarily in the Beta Quadrant of the Milky Way galaxy. The Empire encompasses both the Romulan people and their subject worlds and species. Xenophobic, ethnocentric, and infamous for its policies of extreme secrecy, deception, and territorial expansionism, the Romulan Empire remained an enigma to the rest of the galaxy well into the 24th century. Romulan society is largely autocratic, with extensive political power residing in the Praetor, who holds authority over both the Romulan Senate and the Continuing Committee, 2 of the highest governing bodies in the Empire. Significant power and influence is also shared between the Romulan military and their traditional rivals, the state security apparatus known as the Tal Shiar. Both organizations maintain their own fleets of starships and pursue independent and, at times, conflicting agendas. Unlike their Vulcan cousins, Romulan philosophy advocates the celebration, rather than repression, of instinctual, passionate emotion. Romulans will typically attempt to remain reserved, especially in the presence of outsiders, but will often revel in strong emotions when alone, among trusted peers, or when provoked. Romulans can be kind and even loving in one moment, then violent and brutal the next. This propensity for unrestrained emotions is often harnessed and manipulated by the Romulan state to achieve complete loyalty to both the government and the Romulan race as a whole. This has led to a pervasive belief of superiority among the Romulan people, xenophobic policies, and the enslavement of subject races. Despite a reputation for ruthlessness, the Romulan Empire primarily uses direct force as a last resort, instead favoring observation, intelligence gathering, and espionage. The Romulans place extreme emphasis on the control of information, and their embrace of the dictum, "knowledge is power," is perhaps the most defining characteristic of Romulan society. This is best exemplified in their extensive use of cloaking technology, which protects their starships, stations, bases, and even minefields from prying eyes. The reluctance of the Romulan people to reveal any information that might illuminate their motivations or ambitions.
It was actually a shot I think they're doing from from one of the films from Next Generation. Romulus and Remus, the two planets. But by all the mines, the dilithium mines on Remus.
Borders on paranoia, with even the most basic facts of their civilization restricted to outsiders. What is known of Romulan history can be traced back to the time of awakening on Vulcan, when the violent and warlike Vulcan people began adopting a new ideology of complete pacifism, suppression of emotion, and obedience to logic under the leadership of the legendary philosopher Surak. Vulcans who rejected these reforms became known as those who march beneath the Raptor's wings. After a brutal atomic war, these dissidents eventually left Vulcan, settling on the planets of Romulus and Remus, subjugating the native Remans in the process. The Romulan Star Empire first encountered United Earth in 2152, leading to a period of rising tensions as the Romulans attempted to clandestinely provoke a war between humanity and several other species in the region. The failure of this attempt led to the formation of what would eventually become the United Federation of Planets.
Yep.
An open war between the Romulans and Earth broke out in 2156 and ended after 4 years of fighting with the humiliating Romulan defeat at the Battle of Charon. The resulting armistice established the Romulan neutral zone, and the Empire retreated into self-imposed isolationism for more than a century. In 2266, the Romulans deployed a single ship equipped with the latest generation of the infamous Romulan cloaking device as a means of testing Federation resolve. This bird of prey attacked several Federation outposts along the neutral zone before its defeat by the USS Enterprise prevented any further escalation of hostilities. During this same period, the Romulans entered a brief technological exchange with the Klingon Empire, trading components of its cloaking technology for the latest generation of Klingon starship designs. The 2293 Khitomer Accords and
then that's what you wonder how that they're happy enough to share that with the Klingons, but whenever it came to it, they didn't want the Federation obviously getting their hands on this technology, so they got a treaty based on that. But that's the whole thing you get with one of the episodes in the Next Generation. We've seen a clip of it. It was based on the I can't remember the name of the ship now. I'm sure you can remind me, but Riker was aboard the ship in his younger days, and they had the cloaking technology, and it phased in. By the time it came back, it phased inside rock, if you remember. But it was quite a good episode.
The subsequent period of détente between the Klingon Empire and the United Federation of Planets represented a fundamental shift in the balance of power and was greatly opposed by the Romulan Empire. Hostilities between the Federation and the Romulans escalated throughout the early 24th century, culminating in the Tomad Incident of 2311. The situation was stabilizing following the Treaty of Algeron, in which the Federation agreed to cease any development into the fields of cloaking technology and prohibited the use of such devices aboard Starfleet vessels. The Romulans again adopted a policy of isolationism, although sporadic contact and border skirmishes occurred within the Klingon Empire.
This is one of the maps I like, because I always do a bit of Star Trek roleplay at times and different things, but this is one of the maps of the main maps that we would use actually to try and navigate where we're going. The star chart's not there, but this is one of the main ones we would use because it's quite well detailed. It's quite good.
In 2364, the Romulans re-entered the galactic stage following a series of mysterious attacks on outposts across both sides of the neutral zone. The Romulans began pursuing an aggressive policy towards Starfleet with repeated incursions into Federation space and the escalation of covert operations. Most notable among these was the attempt to break the Federation-Klingon alliance by supporting the Duras family during the Klingon Civil War and infiltrating the Vulcan reunification movement as a means to gain control over Vulcan. Both plans would ultimately fail. The emergence of the Dominion in 2371 presented a new and enormously powerful rival to both the Romulan Empire and the other major powers of the Alpha and Beta quadrants. To counter this new threat, the Romulans began a limited collaboration with Starfleet, including the use of a single cloaking device aboard the USS Defiant.
Yep.
That same year, the Tal Shiar formed a secret coalition with their Cardassian counterpart, the Obsidian Order, to carry out a preemptive strike against the Dominion homeworld. The Tal Shiar, however, had itself been infiltrated by the Dominion, and their combined fleet was ambushed and completely destroyed. In the wake of this disastrous defeat, the Romulan Empire signed a non-aggression pact with the Dominion. When war between the Dominion and the Federation Klingon alliance broke out in 2373, the Romulans adhered to their pact and remained neutral. When the shuttle of a prominent Romulan senator was destroyed, however, the subsequent investigation uncovered evidence of an imminent Dominion attack on Romulus.
Which of course was bogus. But it was a great episode. This was the one where they said all the cost was the life of one senator and the self-respect of one Starfleet captain. He obviously had Garak to help him out with that. But it was a really, really good episode.
The Romulans entered the war, immediately opening a new front against the Dominion and their Cardassian allies. The Romulan involvement in the Dominion War proved to be the turning point in the conflict and critical to the eventual victory of Allied forces. While members of both sides hoped that the wartime alliance might evolve into a lasting peace, the devastation suffered by the Klingon Empire and the Cardassian Union during the Dominion War has left the United Federation of Planets and the Romulan Star Empire as the sole remaining great powers in their region of the galaxy, and natural rivals in the post-war era. The Templin Institute provides an analysis of factions, nations, and organizations from across fictional worlds and universes. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe.
But I advise you to do that. Yes, you can head across to them on YouTube and like them. Let them know I sent you across. But we've had plenty more of these to look up. Obviously they go through different sci-fi worlds as well, like Star Wars and stuff. So if I can, I'll keep these going well into 2025. And I'll try and do the odd clip sci-fi reaction in among it. You know, kind of break them up a wee bit each month. But yeah, they really are looking good. I enjoy these. So if you enjoy them as well, do like and subscribe. You'll see more content coming up on the channel in the new year. Hopefully a couple more games as well. But I know the games aren't the big thing on the channel really. It's mainly my reactions. But do like, share and subscribe and let everyone know you see. If they like this type of content, send them my way. Let them know I'm here and we can chat and discuss different things as well. So yeah, enjoy yourselves. And have a good Christmas, folks. Take care. Bye.